Hi, I'm Craig, and in this video I'm going to show you a really simple process of how to pull nails out of wood that you're trying to salvage. In other words, a lot of times when we're doing DIY projects in an older home particularly, we want to salvage or save that old historic molding and reuse it. We have to take it off to get the lath and plaster off, or the wallboard, whatever the case may be, to insulate the walls, to run our plumbing and our electric, but we're going to have to re-sheetrock when it's all done and then put the trim back on. And part of the charm of an older home is that beautiful old trim, so you want to save it. And you don't want to, for example, here's a piece of trim. You don't want to just drive it through. The intuitive way would be to take it out the same way it went in reverse though, and drive it through. Here's what happens when you do that. Now let's just say this is the molding that you're trying to preserve. There's a nail right here, and you can barely see where it was. It's been caulked and painted over many times, and the older the piece of wood, the more coats of paint there will be, hiding that hole even more. What you don't want to do is make that hole a big gigantic blowout. And here's what happens if you try to drive it through. See how that's completely obliterated the wood? That's the natural way you want to drive it out, is the way it went in. A better way to do it, again, here's a nail. The surface is fine. Is use a pair of dikes or side cutters or lineman pliers and grab the nail. You don't want to squeeze it so hard that you cut it like that, but you want to squeeze it hard enough to where you grip it and just pull it through. There's the nail, and there's your surface, as opposed to that. And that's just making more work for you. The more feet of molding that you have, the more nails will be, the more holes you'll have to fill. It's time, it's material, a filler, it's sandpaper. Time is money. All those materials cost money. You want to keep your money in your pocket. You want to salvage that old trim as best as possible.
So this is what I was talking about earlier. This is an entire house full of rosette blocks. These things are quite valuable actually. They can cost anywhere from $5 to $10 a piece at a reclamation yard. And as you can see, they each have about 3 nails each in them. And the nails are pretty large. They're almost like a masonry nail or an old horseshoe nail. They have a very large head. You can see there's 3 in there. Now here I'm using lineman's pliers or side cutters, and the head on these nails are so large that it would just destroy the face of that block if you tried to drive them through. As you're pulling it up, you just want to get a new bite each time you get the nail up a little bit. And see how large that blowout is? And there's your face, completely intact.
Okay, so that was one of my quicker, easier tricks. Just a simple way to get a nail out without ruining your wood. And it definitely compounds when you have many, many, many nails to pull, and you want to save that wood, save your time, save your material. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Comments are always appreciated. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. I'm Craig. See you next time.